We are back here at Egypt Valley Country Club. Jeff Phoebus and I am joined by Calvin, first-year head coach Adam Haldorson of the men's and women's track and field programs. And he is getting ready to go to upstate New York, in Rochester, New York, to be exact. I think St. John Fisher University is the host. But how are you going to get up there first and foremost? You going through Canada, or are you going down and up and around?
Well, unfortunately, one of our student athletes does not have a passport, so we will be taking the southerly route. But it'll still be a nice drive, and it's about the same transit time as if we were flying. So it ends up being a little bit more convenient to be able to get up stretch and all that. So
you have 4 athletes competing, 1 on the men's side, 3 on the women's side. Kobe Vanderwood, which is a real unique story, competing in the men's 400. And then on the women's side, you got a couple of throwers, discus shot put, and also a distance runner competing in the steeplechase. Just talk a little bit about that quartet that's going on in nationals.
Yeah, well, the sad reality of track and field is that we actually have to leave a couple kids home that, probably should be at the meet, or you would have thought had a good shot at being at the meet. So Sienna Ruder Diaz just missed out on being in the 10K. And so that was definitely a tough one for her as she's in her senior year right now. But she had a great season. And then Brendan Nepper, who was qualified, won't be able to race at it. So we'll be looking forward to future years with him. But for the people that are in, Karen, just because of proximity to now, she PR'd like crazy at the last chance.
Yeah, just last weekend.
Yeah, at Augustana, and just like lit it up. She added a little over 2 meters to her PR in the discus, which is a massive, massive improvement. And she's just like, everything's coming together at the right time for her. And she's a super hard worker, great team leader. So it's like, hey, good for her. We're super excited for her to be there. Ryan in the shot put, she's going to surprise some people. So she's not going in highly ranked, but I imagine she's going to do quite a bit better than what she's ranked going in, which is exciting for somebody who's been, only with us since the end of basketball season. So she's made the most of it. Jenna, she made it to indoor national. She is the #1 runner on the cross country side of things for most of the season. It's like she is just a stud athlete for sure, and has been taking care of business all year. So it's great for her to qualify. She's going and seeking hardware as well. And then Kobe, that's just a 1 in a million crazy story. So it's like a guy that's never really run track, who thought he was fast on a basketball court and is like, hey, I want to try track. And then here we are 10 weeks later, taking him to a national championship in the 400. It's like, okay,
let's go. Let's roll.
So, but he's such a great person. Like, he's integrated great into the team immediately and is already a leader within the group that he trains with, and it's just been a seamless transition. So it's like he's earned every bit of this thing, and fortunately for him, he was blessed with a fair bit of talent to go along with the hard work. So it's cool to see it come together.
So speaking of coming together, your first year has really come together quite well with the track and field programs. Just your thoughts as you've been able to sit back now and maybe look back on how things have come together. I know you still have this coming week at the track nationals, but how's first year track and field gone for you in your estimation?
Nothing like I expected it to. So, there's unique challenges that I wasn't anticipating. Some things went to plan.
Welcome to coaching, right?
Yeah. No, it's like you can strategize, you can fill in as many spreadsheets as you like, but when you're dealing with humans, there's always going to be a curveball. So as far as the season goes, like, we've made incredible strides as a community and culture basis, and that was kind of like the big focal point for us this season, was to try to change a couple things that really just were needed changing. And so this year was kind of a fresh start, a do-over, an opportunity to change some things, and we tried to dive in fully into that, and it's yielded some really good results. When we're talking on the competitive side, we had, outside of a couple outliers, every single person on the team got better, and not by a little bit, but by a lot bit. And so it's nice to see their hard work pay off for them, because they, this group, they were a bunch of grinders. And so it was a lot of fun to get to be a part of the journey with them for that.
Sure. So good foundation built here in year 1. I'm sure you'll also be looking forward to year number 2 and trying to continue to ratchet things up a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a great group of young student athletes coming in, both transfers and freshmen for next season to kind of help fill in the ranks a bit, which is great. And we're looking forward to hosting some track meets next year. This year, obviously, with the construction of our new outdoor track complex, that kind of made it not possible for us to do anything outdoor. Next year, we're hosting the conference championships for outdoors, which is going to be super exciting on a brand new facility. And we're really hoping to connect strongly with the fantastic alumni that built this program. You know, it's like the Calvin Track and Field is one of the preeminent programs historically speaking, and we're very excited to get to welcome some of those people back into the community in a very tangible and specific way. So we got some big things brewing for next year.
Absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to it. Looking forward to following you this week at Nationals. And thanks for stopping by. Calvin coach Adam Haldorson.